Well, it's 12 o'clock.
It is it?
Yeah, time for another Phydeaux Livestream. Everyone watch their eyes. I'm going to turn some light on. There we go. Well, back to the grind of the world's greatest job. Let's see what we got. Go through an inventory. The 5th, 6th, and it's the 7th. This one's backwards. Not even done yet. 9th. And the 2nd. What do you use? Thought I had things in more order than that. I'm going to get the character sheets the heck out of the way because they're in the way. Gee, should we be saying hello, good evening, welcome to Phydeaux, your only source of bad dog go lie down? No, we're not going to say that. All right. This Friday the 2nd. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah, I needed to get a Friday in from last week. And this one, you guys will remember, I hadn't finished from last week. So, oh, wait a minute, that's the 6th. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll read this one to you first. This is, Friday, they find themselves in a bar. Got some new character, random nerdish type, sweater vest, pocket protector, that sort of crap. Really, it's taping the glasses, really stereotypical here. What are you supposed to be? I am a cat. I thought there were no cats allowed in this place. We're under new management. I hate cats. And he puts up a sign, no nerds allowed. I'm afraid you'll have to go, sir. He drags him out. And the cat boss turns to Dino. What are you doing here? Yeah. Let's choose our weapon. So remember from last week, this is the old brush that I'm just going to use for borders and maybe lettering. This brush hasn't been touched yet, virgin, and this is the one we've been using. Still has its point. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, how was your Thanksgiving, Chief Colorist?
My Thanksgiving was very nice.
We spent Thanksgiving apart.
Yes, we did.
And no, it's not a sign of divorce.
No, it's actually a sign that my husband cared about me and my mother.
And did not care to see your family.
Don't say that.
No, I didn't want to take their food. You guys were invited in the last minute, so obviously they hadn't planned on having you there. So
I know, but they always have.
It's a bigger crowd than they expected.
Yeah, but they had enough food.
So, why would I be there to steal their food?
There was definitely enough food. There was definitely enough desserts. Oh my God. It was like Gail kept bringing the dessert up like one after the other. And I said, what the heck?
Yeah.
No, we had a very nice day.
Yeah, the table was covered in stuff when I got there.
I know. We were all kind of shocked. Or like 5 different kinds of cookies and a couple different pies. And I was like, damn. No, I had a very nice day. It's always fun to be around little kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, anyway.
And one of them is a virgin artist, you say?
Yes. My cousin's granddaughter seems to be drawing things that she sees. And on the table when we got there was like a starter set for artists. And it wasn't really like a kid done. I mean, it was kid stuff.
It wasn't Crayola.
No, it wasn't like a Crayola, like, be a happy little artist. It was, like legit markers and legit colored pencils. And
it was our art school entry kit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Looked like it anyway. Which is great. If she develops some kind of a talent like that, that would be awesome. It's good when little kids show an interest like that.
Yeah.
And we got them cheap little toys that were going to be in their stocking, but considering we got last minute invite, like you said, because our original hosts have COVID, I brought out the Christmas gifts, and they were, like I said, cheap little Gatsby things that I bought. And they went over like gangbusters. Like, well, damn.
I actually should. I was thinking I should reference a bottle of Johnny Walker Scotch, but you think after all these years I would know what one looks like.
Committed to memory.
Well, before I get off the reference, I wanted to point out a discovery I made this morning.
Mm-hmm.
This would be YouTuber Scott Schaefer. Established titles is YouTube's biggest con.
No.
Mr. Schaefer, wow. You know, I was briefly thinking of buying a 1-inch square plot of land in Scotland so that I could be a peer and visit the Queen's funeral. I am so glad I didn't decide to do that. But, you know, thank you, Mr. Schaefer. I don't know what we would do without your services to mankind. And what both the chief colorist and I found most humorous about Mr. Schaefer's YouTube was the continued use of the word shady.
If it was a drinking game, we'd have been drunk. He said shady like every third word. And he used it like it was something he just thought of. Like he just had this a thought in his head, like practices that I would consider shady. It's a shady business, and it's a shady. I'm like, oh my god, say shady one more time, dude. Like seriously.
There's a video game being advertised on YouTube. It's called Raid Shadow Legends for a reason. There's a wink and a nod. We know it's a con. Not con. We know it's a scam. Back in the 70s, my father bought a Ginsu knife. Yeah, it's still a great bread knife. We know with a wink and a nod, it's not a great quality item.
You know what? They're not made in America.
Well, actually, this Ginsu this Ginsu was made in Atlanta, Georgia, I think. Yeah, made in USA. Right there, stainless.
It's just so funny how he put it. Like, this is a scam.
And then he
goes,
goes,
no, not a scam. Shady.
And then he lists the owners of the company that's established titles. None of them are Scottish. No kidding.
Goodness.
No kidding, Mr. Schaefer. Where are they from? China?
Not only that, but they don't even have like offices in Scotland.
They have offices in Hong Kong.
Really?
And you know what other companies are affiliated with this? What other companies they also own? Like that Japanese knife company that they're also advertising all over on YouTube. Hey, if anyone wants to give me $20,000 a month, I'll tell them how great it is to be a Scottish lord and how.
That was the most shocking part of this entire video. Was that these places pay like $20,000 a month for promotion.
Do you mean I'm not a real Scottish lord?
I'm gonna have to take that title out of everything. I put it on everything.
But I paid $110.
Surely that must give me credit. So I must be able to.
And I think Scott thought that they bought this big plot of land and they were actually going out there themselves and planting trees. No. They're just giving up. As Scott points out, they're just giving a donation to this plant a tree thing, and you can cut out the middleman and give a donation to this plant a tree people yourselves. Well, yeah, but then I wouldn't be a lord, Scott.
Want to be a lord.
I want that souvenir piece of paper to hang on my wall.
And what's that you're saying? You actually don't own that land?
Well, I was planning on vacation in the Highlands to visit my plot of land, which happens to be right next to Gary from Nerdrotic.
Don't you mean Sir Gary?
Sorry. Yes, Sir Gary.
Lord Gary
of Inverness, yes. By way of Texas, by way of California, San Francisco.
You don't really get a title? Oh my goodness. And he's saying with such shock and I'm telling you this.
He's a real consumer reporter, that Mr. Schaefer.
And I also heard about this company called Amway.
I don't mean to put the guy down. He's trying to put out content, and okay, well, he's not an investigative reporter, and this is not a scoop. And maybe there are some stupid people out there who actually think this is legit. But if there are, they get what they deserve.
And I don't see, I mean, okay, yes, okay, people are spending money, but it's not like you have to maintain this land. It's not like they're asking for, $20 a month to mow it.
Don't give them any ideas.
I know. So what's the scam? When you buy a star,
it's not yours.
It's not really your star.
You're kidding me.
No.
I just bought a plot of land on the moon too. Are you going to on Mars? Are you going to tell me that when Elon Musk finally gets to Mars,
it's not going to be yours?
It's not. I'm sorry, Elon. You can't land there. I own that property there on Mars.
Like Monopoly.
Yeah.
So, if you live on that property, only $200.
Let's not give Mr. Schaefer too hard a time. See, obviously he can't draw a comic strip, so he really can't come up with his own content like like we can. He doesn't have the artistic skill of your niece. Is it niece?
Well, no. It's my cousin's granddaughter.
All right.
So I'm not quite sure what that means. She's liking these given my family dynamic.
I fear I might have made an enemy of Mr. Schaefer. I'm not going to say this a-hole is making fun of me. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the fact that you thought.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just making fun of your content. No, it was just that he kept saying shady.
It's shady. Oh, it's so shady. You know what this thing is? This is shady. I'm guessing if he were to say this is out like fraud or something like that, it would be actionable.
He just changed his word once.
Well,
he kept using the same word.
He doesn't want it to be actionable.
Whatever.
Perhaps. It's a souvenir plot of land. It's not a real thing.
And I'd be willing to bet that any paperwork you get with it says that.
Probably.
Tiny writing, but still.
I'm shocked that they actually own a plot of land in Scotland that they can claim to selling you a square inch of. That makes them all the more legit in my world. Yeah. If they were just, some Hong Kong company who said, "Hey, I got an idea."
Let's sell people land in Scotland.
But no, they actually have land in Scotland. Okay. It's better than those people who are selling the stars and the plots of land on Mars and in the moon. I mean, they actually don't have possession of property in either of those locales. I'm pretty sure they haven't been to Mars to do the survey yet. They've got their rover up there.
The rovers put down like little pieces of fencing.
No, this one belongs to John Smith of Boston. Be sure to tell Mr. Musk that when he lands.
You must alert these owners. Oh.
Occupy Mars, Musk. Just not my little segment. Get off my land.
Oh, you did bring us what you're using it though.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that those knives are not made from real Japanese steel, because everyone knows Japanese steel is the finest steel on the planet.
gonna be his next video.
Well, I'm sure he's done it. We just
Oh,
haven't
I
been
know,
through his.
so,
We just
yeah,
haven't been through his
never watched-
repertoire.
Have we watched anything else he's made?
No, this is
Maybe
the
he has
first.
quite-
This is the
No.
first thing I've seen.
Yeah. Maybe his other content is much more investigatory. No.
So on a hunch, we went to Hong Kong. And personally, I would have gone to India. Well, that's where most of the scams are coming from.
True. Okay. This poor guy. We shouldn't be so mean.
They sold us the Ginsu knife at the flea market when we were kids with a wink and a nod. We knew it wasn't the great quality product they said it was. Oh, they're showing it cutting tomatoes. I can get a credit card to cut tomatoes. You don't need a particularly sharp knife.
But it would cut a tomato and then it would cut through paper.
And that this Ginsu knife is here almost 40 years later. This actually should say a lot about it. I think we got our money out of it.
Yeah. Oh, they were fine knives.
No, it's a piece of crap, but it's great for cutting bread.
Well, whatever.
And I never had to sharpen it. In fact, I don't think this thing can be sharpened. Yeah, not happy with how he did his face. You know how thick the line is. Oh well. I was too busy laughing at established titles. You mean it's not legit?
I am not going to be a lord or a lady.
Thank
you.
Oh, you'll always be a lady to me.
Aw, thanks, honey. I know you don't mean it, but thanks, honey.
We keep on getting some junk mail from a lord and lady.
Oh, yeah. Saunders?
Saunders, yes.
Yeah.
Lord Saunders, your cruise ship stuff keeps on coming to our place. And I wonder if he's a real lord or if he just owns a square foot of land in Scotland.
Now, here's a question. If you buy a single square plot of land, right? Say you buy it, and you become Lord, Crocy. Do I become Lady Crocy?
Yes,
or do I
yes,
have to
you
buy
do.
my own
Oh, no,
square?
no. You are my property, as it were. Yes.
I wish we would say things like that when I'm taking a sip of coffee.
You become my lady. Well, you love, honor, obey, all that sort of stuff. Plus, you get to become a lady. I make a lady out of you.
You gonna make a lady out of me?
Yeah. But you can't actually call you. But you're not an actual member of the peerage. You can't call yourself sir. I'm sorry. I kind of know the rules of America. I can call myself Phydeaux. I can call myself Phydeaux, and as long as I'm not breaking a law, I'm fine. As long as I'm not doing in the commission of a crime, I'm fine. You can call yourself whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. And so there's a guy on the internet who calls himself Doomcock, and he actually says he's going to be a ruler of the earth. No one gives him any shit. Except for maybe Disney.
Yeah, but
what a great segue.
Who doesn't Disney give shit to?
What a great segue. Iger's back. The architect of, of Disney's demise has returned suspiciously overnight after Chapek announces that he's going to fire a lot of people. He's out himself. They didn't give Chapek an opportunity to do his job.
God, no.
Not that he was going. I had no delusions that Chapek was actually going to do anything to save that
Really? You
company.
don't think he was going to fire people?
Well, he was going to fire people, but not the right people, or not enough of them.
Oh, okay.
To show that Disney really is not serious, Kathleen Kennedy still has her job.
That's true.
If they were serious, we'd know by now. What are you going to buy now, Chapek? What are you going to buy now, Iger? I'll tell you what you're not going to buy, Mr. Iger. The presidency of the United States.
No, that's what he wanted, though. That's what he wanted.
Apparently, that's from that book you wrote. Not that he actually said those exact words, but the writing was on the wall. Iger likes to play with other people's money. He would have made a great president.
Now, seriously, did he just not have anybody backing him? Or did he really not have a serious play? Or
What do you mean?
was he just that? Well, he didn't even make a run at it, did he? As the president?
Oh, no.
No. Okay. I mean, for somebody who seemingly made such a public declaration that he was going to become president, or wanted to become president, for him to kind of just disappear like that sort of seems odd.
So, Iger's first term in office was buying stuff. What do you think? Maybe this term will be selling stuff.
Selling everything he bought.
About the only company out there that has any money to buy anything would be Apple. But I cannot believe Apple would be stupid enough to buy anything Disney owns.
Never say never.
Oh, come on. Disney has bought the most expensive car in the lot. They overpaid for it. Then they burnt cigarette holes in the seats and shat in the back seat and didn't change the oil. And now they think they're going to sell it for a fraction of what they paid for it?
I don't know. It seems a sad state, though. I would like to see Disney succeed. Why the hell not?
I'd just be happy people didn't hate them. The people absolutely viscerally hate Disney for what they've done.
Yeah, that's true.
It was the old joke, at least George Lucas waited until I grew up before he ruined my childhood. And don't think you're going to give the Star Wars thing back to Lucas and he'll be a success. Lucas was running on empty.
Oh yeah, no, that's not happening.
Yeah. And even I would have thrown away his midichlorian ideas. He's going to have a microscopic world with the midichlorians, some alien creatures who are responsible for the Force.
May the Force be with you, and also with you.
I'm imagining, if anyone's seen that old film Clash of the Titans, where they have the gods up there, sort of talking about these mortal people and interfering with their lives. I assume the whole midichlorian thing would be something like that.
Probably.
It would have been horrible. George Lucas would have added another chapter to that book he's writing, things that could have been great but suck.
You know, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the title.
I think that's a Red Letter Media joke. George Lucas's book that he's writing, things that could have been great.
But sucked.
No, well, I added.
I know, yeah.
I added that. You got to start paying out dividends again, Disney. You want to know what a stock is that doesn't pay a dividend? It's shady.
Shady?
Yes, a stock that doesn't pay dividends is shady. Why else do you own it? Oh, you own it because you think it will be worth more in the future. It's like a Ponzi scheme. You own a stock so it brings in a steady income by way of dividends. You don't own a stock because you think you're going to sell it someday for a profit.
Oh, you and your ridiculous ideas.
A corporation that does not make profit and pay dividends is not a corporation. It's an operation. They have no intention of ever paying dividends again. So, Disney stock owners, I have to ask you, what the hell are you doing?
What are you thinking? Well, maybe they're just optimistic people. Can you fault people for being optimistic?
It's bad creative thought. They only have, well, that they're looking for the value in the future. So that we all remember whose comic strip it is. There's Phydeaux right there, hiding in the background. See, this is the dog's comic strip, and he doesn't like it when he's not in it.
Well, do you blame him?
Yes. So put this aside for a minute. Let's stay. Felicia and Bo. Felicia's saying, I've got a busy day planned. A lot to do. Step aside, guys. Busy cat coming through. And she's sleeping on the floor. So this is Tuesday. The next day, Wednesday, we have Phydeaux. I wasn't in yesterday's comic strip. Yeah, sorry, it was a cat joke. But I could have been in the background doing something funny. If we think of something, we'll do it. I'm the star. People read this for me. And while this is going on, we have Felicia doing a Tom and Jerry act with the mouse in the background. The mouse stuffs a ball in the cat's mouth. And the joke being, I could have been doing something funny in the background. This is my strip, but hey, she's the one doing something
funny stuff in the background.
in the background. Thank you. Might as well read a few more of these. I guess, yep, this is another Friday. The boys are in the bar. The cat owns the bar, so of course the bar is now populated by quite a few more cats. The bartender happens to notice that the cat boss is pouring out a bottle, and it looks like he's to the end of it. In case of emergency, the exits are clearly marked. It's a bar. What kind of emergency is going to happen? What do you mean we're out of scotch?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I wanted to. Where was that last script? I wanted to check a reference what a Johnny Walker bottle looks like, as if I wouldn't remember from all the all the bottles I've emptied. Where is there? It is. Oh, how do most artists will have a file cabinet full of come on, work for me, full of pictures called a morgue.
Yes.
Where they could look up things simple, like, say, a Johnny Walker whiskey bottle. Or, in most cartoonist cases, the Johnny Walker whiskey bottle will be up there on the shelf behind them. But in today's modern era, who the hell needs a morgue when you got Google Images? Johnny HNNY Walker whiskey bottle. I don't think I had to type all that in there, but I did anyway. And let's see how close I came. Let's pick that one for the hell of it. Give me a big. Yeah, I completely screwed that up. I forgot the label goes that way. A little bit of ink on the brush would be nice.
Yeah, but do you feel a little bit better about yourself that you didn't remember?
Okay, well, this is the new Cat brand whiskey that soon to be served in your local bar. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of happy just to have that angle that reflects the old Johnny Walker. I was close to the shape, the square bottle.
Yeah.
At least I knew. At least I remembered it was a square bottle. Those are fuzzy days. I burned away a lot of brain cells.
Yeah.
Well, while I'm here, do some more lettering. And I forgot to put this sign there. That's why I left that space open so you could read the sign. It's a lot of things to keep track of when you're doing a comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all alone here.
Hey.
Not like I have an editorial board who catches things while she's doing the coloring.
Oh, really? How do you spell ridiculous?
That was a good catch.
Oh, you did it again, by the way.
You kidding me?
Nope.
What I spell wrong?
I forgot to bring it up to you, but I meant to. Shit.
Yeah.
It's on one of your latest.
Back in the old days, I used to be very worrisome about misspelling stuff because, well, I'm an college educated man. I should know this stuff, but the older I get, the less I care. And the funny part is, when I look at it, I say, I know how to spell that word. What was I thinking? Just while you're doing it in mid mind fart, you're off in some different world thinking about, let's say, pizza, and suddenly you spell piazza like pizza. So a few years ago, I do a little bit of this third wall breaking stuff. In the theater, it's called breaking the fourth wall, but since this is a two-dimensional environment, we would say it's breaking the third wall. Anyway, I do a bit of this breaking of the third wall stuff a few years ago, in which we had behind the scenes of the Cobble Hill Studios, the production of Phydeaux the comic strip. And it was just like the writer's room. we see how these characters are as real life actors. And we got Dino with a full head of hair and a sort of feminine way about him. And Phydeaux is a complete method actor, horrible person to work with. Speaks with a affected British accent and has this big scary bodyguard who pushes him around in his Phydeaux wheelchair because it's too difficult for him to walk everywhere. So I'm thinking when we read this one, we probably should do it with Phydeaux's affected fake British accent. We didn't even know you weren't there. I guess Bo is one of the writers. He's got a pencil behind his ear. That's what writers do.
So wouldn't everybody in Phydeaux land love to know that we've put up our Christmas stuff by next week?
What do you mean? We haven't put up any Christmas stuff.
What do you mean we're not putting up any Christmas stuff?
Oh, no, we have not put up
Right.
any
I'm saying
Christmas
we're
stuff.
going to be putting it up by next week, right?
Are we?
Sure.
Can't
Well,
we wait?
it's
Can't we
already
wait until we
December.
get closer to the holiday?
It's gonna be December in like 3 days.
So we got to decorate for Christmas this year. Oh, joy!
You'll love it.
Oh yes. Oh joy!
Shut up.
You know what would be really great? Pine needles all over the place.
No, we have a fake tree.
Yeah, but
But it
it's
still leaves pine in
Martha Stewart. Good job, Martha. You've created an artificial tree that has all of the disadvantages of a real tree.
A real tree.
She's genius. I don't know how she did it.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking.
This is like the first fake tree I've ever had. I've my entire life I've always had real trees because, well, I've lived in places that it wasn't a pain in the ass to have a real tree. Well, it was a pain in the ass, but one I didn't mind. I sold my house. I don't want to have to mow any lawn or shovel any snow or have to worry about anything like that anymore. I am done. I am a cartoonist. I'm drawing a friggin' comic strip. That's what I'm doing. I'm not a homeowner. And amongst those things of being a homeowner is having a live Christmas tree.
I'm perfectly content with our fake tree because I always had fake trees.
Which struck me as, sorry, this strikes me as kind of weird. Your father was a manly man. He drove a pickup truck. I mean, it's not like he'd have any trouble getting a real tree in his house. And
No,
And-
never did.
Santa visited you, and
Some things you don't wish you tell your husband.
I would think at the very least you have a real tree. I never, my entire life, never had a fake tree. This is my first fake tree.
We had a really nice fake tree.
Well, we have a Martha Stewart fake tree. I don't need to tell the audience the quality of the Martha Stewart products, because I'm pretty sure they're right up there with those Japanese knives and Raid Shadow Legends and the other things. The Nerdrotic coffee.
Now.
We know that Gary Beagler is out there roasting his own beans. Otherwise, how else could they call it a Nerd Blend coffee? Obviously, he's
Blended by nerds. That might be true.
maybe we need Mr. Schaefer to do a report on that, find out if that is in fact really nerd coffee, or if it's some sort of shady business.
No, I think he needs to do something on Hunt to Killer because I don't think they're really hunter killers.
Hunter Killer?
Hunter Killer is another thing that they do a lot of. It's a game. They send you like a monthly thing to try to figure out who the killer is.
Oh, yeah, I never heard of
Well, that's because you don't watch as much murder porn as I do.
it. Well, you got me there. I'm not an aficionado of murder porn. Now, here's a problem. The mouse is going toward this tiny ball here that's tucked underneath Bo's chair. And I wonder if it will reach. Well, they're heading in that direction. So I had to put the ball there. I couldn't put it here because it's too close. Couldn't put it over here because it would disappear between Phydeaux and Bo. And really feel trapped having to put the ball here. And maybe if the chief colorist paints the ball red or does something that makes us recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
kind of lost.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Mm.
Yeah. That's the mouse is so friggin' small in the panel. Anything smaller than your pinky fingernail is barely going to read as a blob. Oh, yeah, I hardly ever did any detail on the mice. Yes, it's cliche, the cat chasing the mouse.
But it's still fun.
That's purposeful. So I guess you're gonna be very upset if I don't start putting out Christmas stuff today. That was it. That was a sniffle, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the camera picked it up.
We have to put up everything. Oh no, how are we gonna put up the village? You got everything now.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I can move my little computer farm somewhere else.
The studio.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, no, that's Coke Zero today, folks. I do have beer, but I haven't pulled it out yet. Maybe after the intermission.
Intermission.
Yeah. Actually, I got a whipple sniffling and snuffling here. I bet that comes great over the can. Okay, hey, listen to this one.
Ew! Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's.
Ew. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay, that sound better, folks? And just think, you could be doing this too. If you had any artistic talent, you knew how to write, and you were independently wealthy.
So just a few things.
They're giving away free HBO and Showtime this week, and Stars and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the networks that have like one or two shows on that you want to see, and the only reason to subscribe to those things would be for those one or two shows. But then why subscribe to these services when they're going to give it away for a weekend and after Thanksgiving, and you could watch them all in one day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we caught up with the show Billions. Had a great ending.
Yeah, I liked that show.
Yeah, it was okay. But they them character, steals the show. To have a non-binary female character there, you would expect it to be a disaster.
You can't say non-binary females.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
They have a non-binary.
Well, it was originally a woman. No, it calls itself they them. But anyway, doesn't matter. Well-written character. That's all that matters. And she steals the show.
You just screwed up again. They steal the show.
It steals the show.
No, don't it.
Sometimes they call
Don't
themselves.
it.
Sometimes they call themselves it. It's one of the pronouns. I mean, I don't want to be insulting. I don't know what to call her.
You just said they them. They don't.
They them is bullshit. With all apologies to the Flash, Ezra Miller, they them. Come on.
Anyway.
They them is a plural for multiple people. What, you have multiple personalities, Mr. Miller?
Do you know it's 54 degrees out?
Yeah. Nice warm day. We got our window open.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, no rooms yet.
Yeah. You must all be hungover.
From Thanksgiving, that was 3 days ago.
Oh, it was a blow-up party.
Oh, there you go.
Was it 3 days ago?
Well, today's Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. Yeah.
Wow, where did the week go? I thought yesterday was Thanksgiving.
No.
Oh, yesterday we cooked our turkey, so it was Thanksgiving as far as I was concerned. Yeah, Thanksgiving here as far as I was concerned. I got an 89-cent frozen turkey.
89 cents a pound.
89 cents a pound. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, it's really funny. The way I shop generally, I just get what I need. I just don't look at the price. I generally don't want to see the price. But I think I did get this particular bird because it was 89 cents a pound. Truth of fact, I don't even look at prices. Well, it doesn't matter. Do you need it? Yeah, get it. Thus is the life of a cartoonist. You need to look at the price. You can't afford it. Life is too short to go bargain hunting.
I just got out my first Christmas pin. Now I've got my Christmas necklace. I mean, not necklace, bracelet. Christmas earrings.
I'm beginning to think that you kind of like this time of the year.
I do like this time of year.
I'll admit to a fondness for snow, particularly now since I don't have to shovel it.
I know.
We used to have these. She used to have these Let It Snow pajamas that we'd save for snow days. We would just sort of sit there and look out our big windows and say, "Let it snow."
Let it snow.
Yeah, you need to get another Let It Snow
Pajama set.
set. Yeah.
Or nightgown.
You know, I think you might have purchased it from a shady company because it was manufactured in China and it didn't last very long.
I think the company might have been, shady. That's what got me too, I think it could have been, shady. If he had just said at one point, not ethical, or
fraudulent.
Not acting in the best interest of its customers. No, he said,
a con.
Shady. Shady. Damn, buddy, use another word.
And it's not like the parent corporation of the established titles was trying to con you. I mean, don't they call themselves like Shady Enterprises? Fine.
Shady Con Inc.
Yeah, well, no, there is. I can't remember the exact name, but the name of the parent corporation was something like Failed Ventures or something like that.
Oh, that was another company they owned. It was literally called Failed Ventures.
Yeah.
Come fail with us.
Yeah.
Or let's fail together.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
You know, I think these knives might not really be Damascus steel. Well, I really don't plan on fighting the Crusades with my kitchen knife.
Why not?
I don't think I need Damascus steel. There were these Walmart knives I almost bought. They had the fake Damascus, waves on it. It's like, I know this is not Damascus steel,
but it looks super cool.
I know this is not a real Rolex watch, but I'm not going to pay you $5,000 for it anyway. I'm going to pay you $50 for it, if that.
But I'm on the streets of New York, and I want a souvenir.
I want the whole New York experience. I want the 3-card Monte game. I want the chicken that plays tic-tac-toe. And I want my fake Rolex watch. I'm pretty sure I could talk the guy down to 20.
Excuse me.
What?
Nothing. I didn't just burp.
Oh, okay. Hey, no one heard you.
I certainly hope not, because that was really kind of gross. I'm not proud of myself for that.
But, now we know you burped because, well, you told us.
I know.
Could have just blamed the cartoonist,
You're too close to the mic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Amazing, isn't it? Always 6 hashes.
It's almost
Sign of the beast on Beau's hair here.
Oh, jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's amazing. 8, 7, 8, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 8. Even, and this is a tiny drawing of Beau. It's almost thumb size. And it's still the same formula. So I'm thinking for the background here, we'll do like behind the scenes set. So you'll see the back of the walls with like the props holding them up. Or a sight gag them. Maybe, like a makeup stand. We can have Dino's fake hair wig. The bald cap. That's what I was thinking of. So we also took advantage of HBO to see the House of the Dragon.
Which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I expected a little bit more only because of what people said about it.
Yeah, well, that's the hype.
I expected more from the Matt Smith character.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because we listened to all the hype before we started to watch it.
Yeah, the jokes being Matt was hospitalized with throwing out his back carrying the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he really didn't carry the show. He was actually kind of barely into it. Oh, and what a damn miscasting they did when they
Made the adult girl.
Yeah, they should have kept the original girl. Sure, she's older. Do it with makeup, whatever.
She would have been fine with a little bit of makeup.
The younger Daenerys was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would have been.
The older one just didn't have the same gravitas. So yeah, that was a big mistake. It was equivalent to what they did in Rome when they recast Augustus. The actor who played
the young Augustus was awesome.
Yeah, he had like a Doogie Howser thing to him.
He was good. He was really good. And then they aged him up with a different actor, and it was like, oh.
And the different actor did not have the same gravitas.
Nope.
He was an older, stronger-looking pretty boy. And I do not think history will ever say that Augustus was a tough guy.
I wonder if that kid's gone on to do anything else.
I don't know.
I should look him up.
But House of the Dragon, what do you think? B? Good solid B, yeah.
Solid.
It wasn't an A. It was fine. Particularly in comparison to the Rings of Power, I can understand why people heaped praise on it, because it's a legitimate show, where the Rings of Power was not a legitimate show.
That's on Amazon, right?
What is?
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power is Amazon, yeah. Why?
Yeah. No, I'm just asking.
Oh.
Just
Well,
a sentence.
Amazon doesn't know how to make TV shows yet. It took HBO years to develop their ability to know how to handle a real show. Amazon will learn. They've got billions of dollars to throw away for now.
Mm-hmm.
But even Amazon is probably wishing they had that money back that they wasted on Rings of Power. They're not in as dire straits as Disney will be in, but just deliver my package, Mr. Bezos.
That is what they do best. Looks like neither of the gentlemen who played Augustus have done much. Oh.
Here we go. We're waiting for a Verbrum.
It couldn't actually be just one person doing all the vroom vrooms, could it? And that person busy today? Couldn't, right? It looks like the young Octavius.
We have that one asshole neighbor.
Looks like the young Octavius has become a behind-the-scenes person when it comes to television shows and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we spoke too soon.
I know.
I guess they hadn't rolled out of bed yet. Using short enough lines, I can freehand them. Plus, freehanding gives it a little bit more of a biological feel to it. Anything that I can draw without lifting the hand off the table. Or was that 2 inches? Make a line as long as 2 inches.
Excuse me. Moments of silence.
Yeah, I'm cartooning here.
Is that what you're doing? You're cartooning?
Mm-hmm.
You're not sniffling?
Yeah, you got that COVID sniffle going for you.
Hey. No talk of that.
We're both COVID virgins.
No. Hey, don't.
If I were to actually get COVID, I'd be highly surprised. It's sort of like a virgin birth. I don't see anybody.
You'll see.
I literally don't.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was like, what?
I literally don't hang out with anybody. I don't see anybody. I don't encounter the public. So there's very little chance that I meet anyone who could pass me on the disease. Like it was these in that movie Zombieland. Jeffrey Eisenberg survived to the zombie apocalypse because he was a social outcast and didn't see people. That's why he wasn't infected by the zombie plague.
Although he did meet up with Amber Heard, so he was actually.
So that was Amber Heard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the first scene, the sexy neighbor in the dorm was Amber Heard.
Yep.
Wow.
That was her first. Well, I don't know if it was the first, but it was one of her first, I think.
Do you think Johnny Depp got her that role?
No, they weren't together then.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Well, she seemed to have been living off him.
Yeah.
To the point that she wanted to make it a sticking point during the trial that she got that Aquaman job on her own, which makes me realize, well, you probably didn't, did she? It must be difficult for starlets in Hollywood these days because you don't have a dependable guy like Epstein to sleep with.
Oh, stop.
Uh,
She wasn't with Johnny Depp then.
Epstein.
2009.
Who's the guy? I can't even remember the guy's name. That's so hilarious. Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein. Yeah, I said Epstein.
Yeah.
You don't have you don't have some great guy like him to help with your career. It's like, how does a starlet stand out these days?
All right, you can stop now.
Would you believe there was something called a casting couch? Unheard of.
I know. Shocking. Shocking.
Shocking. Shocked. I tell you, I'm shocked. There was a casting couch. Next thing they're going to tell me is that cigarettes are coffin nails.
What?
Say it isn't so. That all that tobacco-y goodness.
Could possibly be bad for you. Don't be ridiculous.
Well, we mentioned tobacco-y goodness. What do we have in the box today? It feels very light. Probably empty.
Probably.
Just the one. Wow. We're going real poverty today. That's okay. We haven't had a chance to get out and resupply anything. And it is the end of the month. You know how things are. All right.
On another note, visit us at Patreon.
Yes. If you don't like the quality of the cigars that your cartoonist is smoking, you can do something about it. Let's see what's next on the agenda. We've got. I still got to do the light pencil, no, the original on this. The only problem is this is the speak English. It probably won't show up on camera.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So this next one I was going to save for the first snowstorm of the year, which since we're hitting December, we should be hitting soon. You got the cat boss and Bo and probably Dino out here, and they're going to say, the cat boss says, "Good work, Bogash. This snowstorm will close the entire region down, cause untold suffering." Thanks, cat boss. And either Dino or probably Mia will be saying, "You're taking credit for a snowstorm? He's only going to get mad when the storm ends." I'll tell him Dino did that. Take credit for a snowstorm. So, thinking in the first panel, we'll have them outside the bar. And what would be great is just that wall will be the bar, and they'll be standing out here on the street with big, high piles of snow. You know how a snow plows over a car. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll have a car here, sort of covered in snow. And so Bo standing proudly about right here. We'll just stick figure him out. Cat boss about that high. He'll be down here, arms out. Good job, Bogash. And I guess we'll have Mia behind him, observing the actions. So stick figure her out somewhere back here. Don't forget your titties and the butt. That's the important part. Now, to tell us that this is the bar, I guess we'll put a window. We'll do it to split perspective, and you'll just see the word R and A. That will tell you. That's what that will look like. Now, on the car wheel will be there. So we'll show the snow up to the car wheel. That'll give us an idea of how deep the snow is, and that it's covered in the car. And the sidewalk's going to be unshoveled, so we can even put the cat boss up into a layer of snow, bunches around him, and like a path that he pushed through. I think that'd be a funny visual.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, in the second panel here, close up with the cat boss. But I would like to have Dino in here. No, I mean Bo here. So we're going to be limited by Bo's height. I can stick his head up here in this space that's provided by the differences of the word balloons. But knees are about right there. So cat bosses be about this high. Unless I have him. Yeah, what we'll do is the cat boss is turned toward the camera and Bo's in the background. So we get to have a larger beauty shot. His helmet and shoulder pads. And I guess Mia will still be behind him. You really won't see much of her. Half of her head is blocked by Bo. But breastises and butt right there. And cat boss would be grabbing onto a bottle of Johnny Walker. So we have the explanation. Part of his incompetence these days, that he's drinking more, and maybe even he's got his bottle here with both paws, just sort of hugging onto it as he's saying, "The snowstorm will close the entire region down and cause untold suffering." That sort of thing. My evil plan has come to fruition. All right, third panel here. You're taking credit for snow. Okay, this is Mia talking. The cat is. The cat is departed. Now, since we have more room, Bo's taller. We'll put him to the left. With Mia, she's shorter. And get away with it. To the right. And she's saying both of these word balloons. So I gotta get her center enough on the panel that I don't have to travel too far with the arrows. And she'll be looking up at him. He's sort of looking across, but more down toward her. It's a simple two-shot. And if we could think of some idea for a visual joke in the background. Maybe as the cat's walking away, he slips on ice. So we'll just do a pratfall.
Womp womp.
Let's see if we can fit it in the panel though. We only have 4 9/16 by 5 15/16 for our panels, so not all that much room. Mia breastises. He's on. Okay. Now, let me get a idea of the perspective. Maybe I can fit. The cat boss has got to be sort of out of earshot, and this is the area where he's got to be. Yeah, I'll throw 1 foot up high in the air. And the important part is that he's dropped his whiskey bottle.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Well, he'll be back there. All right, last panel. Yes. Arms. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Bo and me are heading back inside. Ooh, this is another one without the dog. He's going to be irate.
Oh no. It is his strip, you know.
We can do for the next strip. The reason why he wasn't in this one is because it snowed out and he stayed home. And we'll have Mia looking back to the cat boss as she's walking in. Having noticed his fall. Breastises, butt. And just. And cat boss is sort of sprawled out here in the snow. I guess its head would be underneath the. It's the tail. It's the important part. See the tail. It's fallen and draped over him. And he's sort of buried halfway in the snow. Whiskey bottle. Half buried too. All right. That's more or less how that's going to look like. Maybe next week you guys will see how those scratchings are turned into an actual professional looking comic strip. If I dare say this is going to be professional. But I don't need this one until the first snowstorm. So let's set that sucker aside. When do you think the first snowstorm's going to come?
I would say this week.
Really?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
All right.
But seriously, maybe this week.
All right. Let's do the background on this one because we know the character. We know the character should be pretty dry. We don't want to smear.
No smearing.
Add that to your bingo card, everybody. Smear. or smudge. We still haven't decided which word we're going to use, smear or smudge.
I think we should use smudge, but that's just me.
Well, smudge is a funnier word because it has a G in it.
Mm-hmm. Smear is just gross.
Let's see, how far does that go? Again, the wonders of this pencil is that if you leave it alone long enough, it will erase itself. So I don't quite know where this table or this where this seat back ends because, well, it's erased itself.
Yeah, zoom zooms.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Chief Colors, I don't know if you
Yes.
know this,
What?
but apparently Established Titles is a shady company.
No, they aren't.
Well,
I
yes,
thought they were on the up and up.
I heard it on the internet.
You did?
Yes, and everyone knows that everything you hear on the internet is completely up and up.
That's true. That's not, well, shady. I don't know. I was thinking it might be about shady. I seriously do. Just one more different word. That's all. That's all I would have taken.
But where would we be without him? We would.
I know,
we
right?
Would
What
not.
would we have been talking
We
about?
would not know. We would not know that.
Oh, we would not. See, I went the different direction.
Oh yeah, what were we talking about? We'd be drawing our comic strip. We don't have to manufacture content.
No. Because you are creative.
In fact, you know, I'm pretty sure we'd be more successful if I just shut up.
I'm not so sure that's true.
Just pulled the whole Bob Ross and talk about happy countertops. No, happy countertops. This is
Oh,
a
happy
happy. This is a
countertops.
happy.
Oh, yeah, happy
It's a happy bar with a happy little bottle of whiskey.
Happy. Joy.
So, established titles. If you want to pay us $25,000, according to our internet friend, that's how much you pay. We will happily tell everyone to buy a square foot of Scotland.
Oh yeah, we'll
We have a,
shill the hell out of you.
yes, we sell out. We
would sell out.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
for sale, prostituting our virtues.
Yep.
I am not Bill Watterson.
Who is Bill Watterson?
Calvin and Hobbes. He would not.
Oh,
he would not. Bill would not sell out.
Yeah, well.
I'm more Jim Davis.
You will sell out.
Yeah, we need a Garfield tote bag.
Yep.
No, sorry, a Phydeaux tote bag.
Yep.
Maybe put like little suction cups on his paws and stick them on windows. Everyone wants a Felicia Pez dispenser, don't they?
Mm-hmm. I think that would be divine. A Felicia Pez dispenser, perfect.
We have relatives who collect Pez. Well, children of relatives who collect Pez dispensers. Be proud to add to their collection.
Mm-hmm.
Arm break.
Arm break.
Adhesive capsulitis. Ugh.
Ouch.
You gotta love it.
Ouch.
Be going to physical therapy sometime after the holidays. I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna break the lock.
They're gonna physical therapy me.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's an attractive nurse.
Don't be creepy.
That's why I said it in that voice.
Mm-hmm.
My Renfield voice. As far as a voice guy goes, I'm kind of like Todd McFarlane. All my voices sound the same. It's the man of a half dozen voices. So in the list of jobs that I would not take,
Mm-hmm.
amongst them being president of Disney,
Mm-hmm.
voice actor. I don't need. I'd rather be a cartoonist. So don't
Okay.
give me any voice acting jobs.
Okay.
I do not want to be president of the United States or any major corporation. Thank you.
It's good to know.
Unless, of course, I was given like an easy exit strategy. 4 years, you're out. Here's your golden parachute, that sort of thing. And you can draw your comic strip while in office. Okay, horizontal lines are done. I'm gonna let those suckers dry and go back and do the vertical. You guys may or may not be around for that. That's word balloon time. My word balloons are just parentheses. Parentheses around the bulk of the lettering. When we get too close to the borders here, I guess we can leave that alone. Too close to the border here. Now it's important to separate these two blocks of text, and this is going to be very close to the R here. But I'd like to keep the idea of a parenthesis. Oh, there we go. Close enough. And it's the only funky balloon we got. And let's see how this parenthesis works out for us. Got it. And Bo's head is in the balloon here. Completely acceptable in this universe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What happens when you have 6-foot tall characters next to 3-foot high characters?
That's just gonna happen.
All right, now. And bingo. I'm not sure how much you can see. I pulled a mulligan here. The word funny was supposed to have its own line, but it was too close to Bo's head. So I moved around all the lettering here. I was able to move funny up into the third line of the text. And now we got plenty of room here for Bo's head.
Hello.
I don't think they heard that car horn.
Oh, so they basically just heard me saying hello.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
You've given up all sorts of thoughts of dignity since I started doing these.
Yeah.
All right, those word balloons are done. Let's put it up on the magnets to dry. Next, got a real assembly line going here. We're close to the margin there. Yeah. Okay, and we're also close to the top. So let's say we can ignore the top, but there's enough for the side to at least start a parenthesis. Got to remember to put the no nerds allowed sign in here. Okay. That's going to require perspective and all that crap. Do we have a smear?
Oh no.
That's hardly noticeable. But that would be the first of the day. If
It is in fact a smear.
okay, all right. Bring this to the judges. Okay, judges, is that a smear?
Yeah.
Hold it. It's not on your camera yet. Right there. Judges, is that a smear?
Nah.
All right. No, we don't
Just
have
a little hiccup.
We don't have smears yet. I think this would be we were doing really well. This would be a historic day if we can go without any real smearing. Smudges. That's the sort of hubris that brings down many a fine man. Remember, you're mortal. But the gods of cartooning will not allow me to smear today. I'm blessed. Watch us like spill a whole bottle of ink. All right. Let's put that up on the magnets. This one requires a lot of penciling. I mean, a lot of inking. I do all the little cats and the birds and the beer taps and the bottles and I can do the balloons on this one. Look at the balloons on that one. Huh.
Wow.
Kind of like how the balloon is sort of pushing his head out of the way.
Uh-oh.
What?
My mommy. On the Heineken 2000.
Yes, if I wanted to, I could watch my mother-in-law as she sits on her chair in her house a couple towns over. This is actually going to be difficult because you got the cat way down here and the guy's heads are in the way. How will I do this arrow? Well, I guess that will work. See, with the arm of Dino's jacket and Bo's head, it's just not much room there.
Oh, there she is. Sorry, folks. Just couldn't find my mother there for a second. And you're a little nervous.
All right. I think that's almost intermission time. Still got plenty of Coke left, so I can't justify getting a beer yet. That would be wasteful.
The beer and the Coke together.
Well, when you are drinking it just for the taste of it, not to get drunk, you tend not to mix it with stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Ow, ow, ow.
Okay, stop making that noise.
I stretched.
Well, don't do that. I'll teach you.
And the adhesive capsulitis doesn't like it when I stretch. Oh, man.
And stop stretching like that.
Yes, I'm going to bitch and complain about this shoulder for the next 100 broadcasts.
Foreseeable future.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, please.
Why? What'd you do?
I,
Don't do it again.
Okay. I kicked you. No, what I.
It must be. Oh. That's. I think it's beer time. It's at the 1 hour 42 minute point.
Wow.
We got a lot of work done today.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned. What did we learn?
We learned to make Charles happy. Or we learned that.
To stay away from shady companies.
I was just going to say.
Where's my cigar?
I don't know if we have cigars.
I legitimately. Oh, they're okay.
Legitimately? What was that again?
Legitimately lost it. The ashtray was behind me. And, oh. Ouch. Stretch.
Reach.
So, are you happy?
I'm happy. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
That's good to know. What are you up to?
I'm going to go get a beer.
Do we have any seeds?
Yeah, sunflower seeds.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, everybody, how are you today?
Don't do anything shady.
I won't do anything shady, I promise. Let's see. Gosh, I'm at a loss. Isn't that terrible?
Now, Bob, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
You're coloring Phydeaux the comic strip.
Yes, that's true. I am coloring Phydeaux the comic strip. I thought that they already knew that, though.
You're all caught up, aren't you?
I am caught up. Believe it or not. Why? Do you have something to tell me?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, drag.
I'm caught up. I'm caught up today. I'm very excited to be caught up. Nothing in my queue, so to speak.
And that bastard of a husband gave you a compliment.
I know. He's not a bastard of a husband. He's a pretty good husband. I'll keep him. I like him. He's okay in my book.
Yeah. Well, today's beer is courtesy of Samuel Adams Corporation, Boston Brewing. Brewer, Patriot.
Did you give me seeds? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, your seeds.
No, that's all right.
No problem. Not like we have. Oops. Not like we have an audience here, waiting
You
for us
have an audience.
to return
Waiting for
To
me.
have an audience.
What do you mean us? Waiting for me to return.
Well, hello everybody.
So our coffee maker has stopped throwing foam at us.
I thought it was working. It's not working again?
Well, you got foam from the milk. I think it's a half and half for you.
Probably, yeah. Thank you, my love.
I just wanted to report to the fans that the coffee maker has betrayed us.
Dun dun dun.
You know, I think the manufacturer might be a shady business.
No, what makes you say that?
So look what Jim Koch at Sam Adams has made for me. It's called Just the Haze. It's a hazy, juicy, non-alcoholic IPA. Juicy?
I know, it was weird.
Juicy. Yeah. And as I said before, you know, Sam, you could make, Jim, you can make the text just a little bit bigger here. It's a friggin' eye test. With this Samuel Adams non-alcoholic brew, we remove the alcohol slowly and gently. Bullshit. Leaving out rich flavor. You know, I think this might be a shady company. Do you really think that slowly and gently doing anything over in Boston Brew?
Of course they are. They don't want to, shake it up too much.
Gee, it almost looks like a real IPA. Now that is a tasty beer. What can I say? What can I say, Jim? You did a good job on this one.
Good.
My compliments, Mr. Koch. Maybe you're not a shady corporation after all. Yeah. What am I going to do here? I guess we can do the background on this one. Or I could just sit here and enjoy this lovely beer.
I thought that's what you were doing.
I gotta get back to work.
Oh.
I got a wet paintbrush here staring me down in the face.
Oh no.
All right. Well, as I've stated in the past, cartoonists are habitually the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the planet. So I have to wear this protective glove so as not to get anything any dirtier than it already is.
Ah.
Now, as I've stated before, these are the finest Princeton Velvet Touch brush, the hair harvested from the pubic hair of a Himalayan tree squirrel. Reason for its great expense is they actually have to send the Sherpa up there to convince the squirrel to part with its pubic hair.
Oh, convince, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. These are crafty squirrels.
Are they compensated?
Oh, of course. That is why the brush is so expensive.
No.
Not only are you paying for the Sherpa to go up to convince the squirrel to part with his pubic hair, but then you've got to pay the royalties to the squirrel for its pubic hairs. Excuse me. That's the beer talking. Back up there. I oftentimes wonder if a board could be designed better with as far as the lip goes. Classically, we just have this little piece of wood here with a rounded edge. I wonder if not a bigger edge. You don't want it too big because it'll interfere with your wrists as you're working here. but I often do have the problem with the strip falling off the table like that. Paper has a tendency to curl up just enough to get over the 3/4 inch lip. I suppose that practicality, you don't want anything too large. There's a guy on the internet who does epoxy tables. Makes it out of this crappiest driftwood in the world, and the more termite infested carpenter ant eaten the piece of wood is, the better the table it makes. He just covers it with epoxy,
I wouldn't have expected that.
and it's just gorgeous. Well, you want, when you're doing that, then you really want the imperfections.
True.
I mean, this table is cherry wood, and all you see all you really, it might as well be plastic for what the camera can see. But as we work here on the magic cherry wood drafting board, I should alert everyone out there that it is indeed a magical surface, because it is the only surface in the world upon which the comic strip Phydeaux was created. Soon to take its place in the Smithsonian, alongside Archie Bunker's chair, the great cherry wood table is a piece of Americana.
Where would like a plaque to be put?
So I shall never replace the great cherry wood table. I'm just idly talking about these silly epoxy tables. It's the mother-in-law.
Okay.
She's having trouble with her television set. Middle of my discussion of the great cherry wood drafting board, and we got a phone call from the mother-in-law. Don't lie to her. Read a book. My mother-in-law still has cable, and the wire on the back of the box, if you look at it wrong, it doesn't work. There's a slight short in the wire, so it's completely unfixable. I could go there and breathe on it and make it work, or go on there and breathe on it and it'll never work again. Having nothing to do with the quality of my breath, I assure you. But she watches dead people. Be one of those funny things. The only people who will have landline phones, cable television, and AOL memberships, old people. I think I'm asking for a smudge here. And I just... okay. I think that officially qualifies as a smudge. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Something over here a little bit too. Yeah, I was asking for it. I flew too close to the sun, you could say. I knew I shouldn't have worked on this panel after working on that panel because I was going to touch. I was going to touch the wet ink. Let's do this control rod first. I guess we got to sit and let some ink dry for a second. Good time for beer. Cheers. And what's that we've said about cigars and women? Cigars like a woman. You don't give it constant attention, it'll go out on you. Another one of the other shows we saw was the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, I'm gonna steal a funny joke from them because I was just reminded of it. Home, they say they said it was a great film.
Oh, what? I know.
That film sucked.
I went to bed. I went to bed.
I fell asleep.
It was kind of late though when we started watching it at midnight, but still.
That film was absolutely terrible.
It was boring.
Are people that desperate?
Okay, don't yell. Calm down.
Are people that desperate for a Marvel movie to be good that they were going to give that movie a pass? Oh.
I guess so, because that was kind of crappy.
And Ghostbusters Afterlife. I liked it.
It wasn't so bad.
It was okay. We'll give it.
That was all right.
Yeah. We're not going to do in-depth reviews here because I really haven't planned an in-depth review, and well, it's been done.
So I've done the update.
I just see a blank screen.
Oh.
You've done the update.
See,
Oh.
it changed my thing too.
To what?
Remember the time? It's got a giant time.
Oh, yeah.
The Apple update. Oh,
Good job.
sorry about that.
we noticed there's a new font on our phones since Apple has updated its operating system.
It's live.
Sorry, I'm looking at the screen with the slight delay as you hit the table. The whole thing
Boing.
rock.
Boing. Oh well.
So, can we? Yeah, I guess we can continue. Let the ink dry a little bit. All right, suit
You
up.
liked the Ghostbusters, didn't you?
Yeah. The little girl wasn't as annoying as I feared she was going to be. I mean, they married. Well, this is Mary Sue era, so you're really cautious when they have a female character who was supposed to be intelligent, because you know there's going to be a lot of unearned victories with the character, but they restrained themselves. of course, the science was all bullshit, and everything that the kid did was bullshit. I mean, there's a scene where she picks a lock, and you don't really see it, but as a lock picker, I already knew that she didn't have a lever, so she wasn't going to pick any lock. So you got to let some things go, I suppose, but I'd like a little bit of anything. So I remember thinking it at the time, but like a lot of the lines that they gave the little girl to make her sound intelligent were just garbage.
Well, to be fair, though, they do that with a lot of people.
You're right. And you can see these are writers who have never left California. This is supposedly a Midwest, or I don't even quite know if they have a state where it is, but it's some sort of small
It's not
town.
California.
It's not California. It's a small town, and they've got this drive-in restaurant with the girls on roller skates. The population of this area could not support such a restaurant. This is something you'd only see in Southern California. Plus, I guess there's no snow. Okay.
To be fair, we have a Sonic up here. And we have snow like enough.
The most notable thing about such a small town with the children, young adults living in there, would be the crushing boredom. And these people had like so much cool stuff to do.
Well, they've already done the movie about the crushing boredom. That was Flashdance.
But
Not
they
Flashdance, Footloose.
but they claimed crushing boredom. But well, they got this mine to visit with ghosts in it. they've got this cool movie theater and drive-in and restaurant, and it looked like a pretty happening Southern California town.
In the middle of the Midwest.
I suppose I don't know where it is. Someplace where there's.
I think they said, but.
And the actress who played Gozer wasn't as pretty. Kind of shocking. They had sort of like a Pat Benatar like character in the original Ghostbuster movie, and this is supposed to be the same character. And they put this fake makeup on her to make her look evil, and the makeup was on Gozer was a mistake. And somebody shut Bill Murray's pie hole. Jesus, he's sitting there trying to be as funny as possible and failing. But everyone is quiet, like, yeah, okay, let the old man talk.
People like him. Let's let him talk.
Gee, Bill, give it a rest.
No Harold in this.
He died. But, well, no, Harold Ramis was in it.
Harold Ramis.
No, I'm sorry. There was Harold Ramis.
I know.
They CGI'd his dead ass. No, I don't got a problem with that. Harold Ramis did his role in death.
Yeah, that's weird.
Eh.
It's okay, but it's weird.
apparently they set up the Winston Zedmore character to do the sequel. This movie's not gonna have a sequel. Don't even. We're done. We're out. Sony really wants this Ghost Corpse company to be the next franchise. Give it up, Sony.
Wait a minute, that's what Ernie Hudson's company was?
What do you mean? No, Ernie Hudson in the end. You didn't see the end credits. Yeah, you were asleep. Ernie Hudson in the end rescues the car Ecto 1.
No, I saw that.
And says, "We're going to take care of you, sweetheart," whatever. And they mention in the film that the character Winston Zedmore had gone out and made money doing something on the internet. I don't quite know what it is, but so they mention offhand that the Zedmore character is wealthy. So in the end credit sequence, he's fixing up Ecto 1, whatever the name of the car is, and they've got some ghost paraphernalia in there, and it blinks to show that there's still a ghost captured or something. So I'm guessing that's the tease for the next.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying
franchise.
that Winston made his money off of Ghost Corp.
No. Ghost Corp is the actual Sony production company, sort of like Marvel Studios.
Really? Okay.
Who
I didn't know they went that far.
Yeah. No, it was created for the 2016 film, and Aykroyd and
Yeah.
all of them are in it. So they put the name of that production company on this film as well. Even though it's a different universe in the 2016 film, which everyone is trying to forget. Hmm. 2016 film, filmed partially in Boston, by the way.
Yes, that's right.
In the Chinatown neighborhood.
From the neighborhood.
Right across the street from where they were, you can get some really good char siu. It's like pork strips, but better.
Better. Mm-hmm.
Back in the fun days, we used to call that the combat zone.
There's nothing there to combat anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of the Liberty Theater.
Oh, it was more than just that, though, wasn't it?
No, yeah, it was, but
Okay. But that was not.
but you know how like Giuliani cleaned up Times Square?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Menino who cleaned up the combat zone. Or
Yeah, I think so.
he didn't really clean up the combat zone. What he did is he destroyed the area so much that even those businesses could not stay in business. Yeah, the Massachusetts Miracle that the late Michael Dukakis claimed.
Michael Dukakis is still alive.
Might as well be dead.
He's still alive, though.
I'll take your word for it. But the Massachusetts Miracle was that we put you out of business. Isn't that great? Because capitalism is evil.
Miracle, be able to feed your family.
Yeah, it'd be a miracle if you can feed your family. Now, don't worry about it. The government will feed your family. And you'll like it. You won't own anything, but you'll be happier. I can understand that.
I was just going to say, hey, wait a minute.
They would prefer it if you did not own anything, including cars, businesses, property.
That's unfortunate because that's supposedly the American dream.
Right. They would prefer it if you rented everything, I guess. Rented your car. So, more equitable share of automobiles. No private property because, well, public lands are most important. It's the many over the few. All right. Yeah, we just got that little smudge right there. That panel's done. That panel's done. I guess that panel. Yeah, we're done with this one. Wow, we got one for the chief colorist.
Yay.
Got to do a lot of erasures there. See, the pencil really creates a lot of dust. Camera doesn't pick up on it, does it? No. All right. Put that sucker aside. Okay. Oh, stay. Yeah, you can stay right there on the floor for all I care.
Fine then.
Fine.
Stay there.
You know what I need?
What do you need?
Big table. Right here.
Oh well.
I
Don't know how to make that happen right now. So.
Well, I don't have the room.
All right.
I mean, what we need is a bigger studio.
Oh, okay.
One overlooking maybe water.
Ah.
But I do like to see a city. So we'll do city and maybe water in the distance. All my life I've been sort of on the water. I look out the window and there's just water. You don't see any buildings, just water. And well, it's nice, but it gets boring after a while.
No.
I like to look at buildings. Did I just hear the cartoonist complain that he's lived on the ocean all his life? He's lived with an ocean view all his life?
And the other one had a pony.
Had a phone. And yes, I was the only high school sophomore with a car, but that's because I stayed back in first grade. And it was only a Mitsubishi Tredia. Not like it was anything great.
It was a car.
And Mitsubishi Tredia, and it didn't even have power windows. So come on, how can you... I had to roll down those windows. Seriously. I had it rough when I was a kid.
Yeah. And you had to drive that car up a hill both ways.
But I never got to go to Disney as a kid because my parents were not divorced. And I'm thinking my life would have changed quite a bit if I had gone to Disney, because I would have seen their animation stuff and I would have wanted to have been a Disney animator. As it was, I had to stay in cold Massachusetts and I delivered the Boston Globe. So I saw newspaper comic strips. And that's what I wanted to do. Because, of course, the comic strip is the pinnacle of all forms of art.
Mm-hmm.
But just think, I could have wanted to be in animation. Most of the stuff we're doing now is that Southern California crap. I might have created the Boston Animation Studio. But no. My parents selfishly stayed together, never got divorced. So therefore, I never got to go to Disney World as a child.
I went to Disney World. My parents went to both.
Yes, you were the poor little sick kid. There are two different types. There are the divorced kids And then the poor little sick kids who got to go to Disney. I was neither. I was healthy in
My cousins were with us.
Yes, to go
And
with
they
the
were
poor
not
little,
divorced or
to go with the poor
separated.
little sick girl. They were there to keep you company.
You make it sound like I went on like Make-A-Wish or something. My family took me, my mother and I went to Disney World. That wasn't that same.
Bring this down so the camera can see it.
Now I have the Ghostbusters theme song in my head. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they hardly played that song, that Ray Parker Jr. song. It was just in the end credits.
Who are you gonna call? Finn.
Finn Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
They literally could have had any actor in the world to play his part. I mean, talk about unspectacular character.
He's from Stranger Things.
They wanted that Stranger Things feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about being blatant.
Yep.
What did they were done with experimenting. They were going to go for a tried and true formula. We experimented with an all female cast, and it bit us in the butt. So what's popular these days? Well, Stranger Things is okay. Well, let's do it like that. Well, I don't know how to do it like that. Well, we'll hire the actors then.
Can we get both of them? Sure, why not?
Actually, no, we don't want that Millie Bobby Brown. She's trouble. Okay, well, we'll just get Finn Wolfhard. Yeah, he's safe.
You know that was Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. You're fucking kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
That was Millie Bobby Brown too?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You really didn't know that?
No.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I knew it was just Finn Wolfhard. I didn't know they really did do what I'm joking around that they did.
Yeah. That's why I thought you were.
I was joking. You're fucking kidding me.
I'm pretty sure it was her. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm looking it up now, but I'm like 99% sure it was her.
Never underestimate Amy Pascal. Because you'll lose. My God.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay, good.
Oh, wait.
All right.
No, I guess it wasn't her.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Oh, then who the hell was that girl?
Okay, we got another one. Oh, almost. Gotta do the stained glass window effect.
McKenna Grace. She's been in everything too. I got her confused.
What's she been in?
She mostly like horror stuff. No, let me look her up.
All right, we got
Awakening, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. I mean, she was a handmaid. All right, let's. Wasn't she like a? Wait a minute. She's like a 14-year-old girl, isn't she? Or a 12-year-old girl, isn't she?
I think she plays the daughter.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, let's get the other one up off the floor. So we got two. Ready for the chief colorist? Once I do the erasures.
Oh yeah, she was in the Haunting of Hill House. That's where I know her from. She played the young Theo.
I vaguely remember that. Cheers. All right. Do I feel like doing that? That's a lot of small line brushwork. This one requires some kind of busy background stuff, and this is a simple nothing background, which I'm gonna have done in minutes. Well, it's a 2:20 minute mark on the camera. Where is Fire Stick? Fire Stick, where are you, Fire Stick? I guess I gotta use the paper ones. Drink them if you got them, folks. Well, I believe that brings a conclusion to another broadcast day. I got a brush to clean out. Thank you for joining us. This is the finest job in the world. And why are we here?
To make you happy.
To make me fucking happy. And are we happy?
Yes, we are happy.
Oh, let me check. Yeah. Very happy. Happy with life. Things are going really well.
Make me happy.
And what's really fascinating is I have no idea at all what I'm going to bring you next week. But I'm going to try hardest to make sure it's funny.
All right, then.
Thank you for joining us, and goodbye. You gonna say anything, Chief Colorist? Get your last word in.
Bye.
Get your last.
See you all next week.
Get your last word in.